get to a Quechua home in the countryside generally requires a significant amount of travel. They often say, that we live so far away, or it's hard to get to us, or it's hard to get to the city.
La importancia de la emisora es que alcanza o llega a todo el país, lo que nos permite llegar a toda la gente que está en todo nuestro país y fuera de las fronteras. Estamos hablando aproximadamente todavía de alrededor de 2 millones de quechuas.
Well, Quechua is completely different than Spanish. People ask me different times, is it a dialect of Spanish? It is not. It's a completely different language. So in Bolivia, there are 2 million people who don't understand another language. Problem primarily that we're trying to overcome is the fact that Quechuas are scattered all over the Andes Mountains, and it's difficult to get the message of the gospel to the people. There is a hymn that we sing, and it's this. It says, "Chekaraskas kausanchach," we live scattered about. Hanach pachapirach, ufchaskas kasum, we will live together when we get in heaven. And so that's a real truth for the Quechua people. And then whenever they do get together or they're visited by somebody, they're really encouraged. And local church districts will try to do that. They'll try to reach out. But to get to all these places scattered over the mountainside, all over Bolivia, all over the Andes Mountains, that's an impossible task to do. Again, Radio Mosoj Chaski meets those people where they live, in the mornings, in the evenings, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The radio can reach them in their heart language.
Bueno, estamos saliendo en onda corta, de manera que la señal en muchos lugares no es muy clara, pero sobre todo en áreas rurales, clarísima, porque no tiene elementos que pueda obstruir, como antenas de televisión, el cable u otros factores. Entonces es mucho más nítido en el campo que en la ciudad. Bueno, las radios Galco, es una entidad canadiense que ha diseñado aparatos presintonizados para que la gente quechua pueda alcanzar con estos aparatos a recepcionar nuestra emisora. Bueno, al margen de ello tiene panel solar, que no le significa mayores recursos al quechua cuando lo tiene. Los programas que producimos habitualmente están centrados en la palabra, como enseñanza bíblica, estudios bíblicos, mensajes, direccionado a mujeres, a familias, a jóvenes. Tenemos noticias, tenemos un espacio de comunicados. Entonces somos una emisora diversa que trata de satisfacer las diversas necesidades de la población. Tenemos temas sociales como educación, salud, agropecuaria, cosas que le interesan al quechua.
Part of what's happening through Radio Mosoj Chaski is teaching leaders, so that there are teams that have gone out to teach Christian leaders how to use certain books. And part of that is just because they don't have pastors, and they become discouraged because there aren't people there to support them and help them. So again, Radio Mosoj Chaski is so important, because here is a ministry really that reaches them where they are. It's an outside voice coming in that's a trusted voice, teaching them God's word, and they can hear it and they can be built up. And that's something that you can't put really a value to for the Quechua people.